Hi everybody. Once again, I hope this is going to be the start of a great week for you. That last week in October with Halloween coming up, it should be fun. Not too long ago, I came across a quote from Joni Eareckson Tada, which really struck a note with me. And if you're not familiar with Joni, she's a Christian speaker, author, artist, and founder of Joni and Friends, an organization that promotes Christian ministry in the disability community. So this is the quote that I read. Faith isn't the ability to believe long and far into the misty future. It's simply taking God at His word and taking the next step. When I heard this the first time, I had to look into her a little bit and find out a little bit more about her, and found that she's a very uplifting, faith-filled woman who, as a result of a diving accident at the age of 17, was left paralyzed from the shoulders down. Anything I've read about her or in her own words reveals a person who wholeheartedly loves and believes in God and has experienced the depths and heights of her faith walk with Jesus. Joni's words really hit home for us more than 40 years ago, when looking into the future suddenly became very scary and unpredictable. Taking one day at a time and leaning on Jesus day by day was literally all we could do. We had just welcomed our first child into our family, and before the newness had even had a chance to begin to wear off, we were faced with the confirmation that our son had Down syndrome, which dramatically changed the trajectory of our hopes and dreams for him. At first, there were lots of sleepless nights and tearful conversations about what Josh's future would look like, what our expectations might be for him, and how we would raise a child with a disability. My mind and my heart were so twisted up with the what ifs and the unknowns that the future might hold for Josh and for us. The day we got the confirmation of his diagnosis at the U of I broke down as we were leaving the doctor's office and thrust Josh at my mom, saying, "I just can't do this." But within seconds, a comforting warmth and peace came over me that I knew could only come from Jesus, and I knew we'd be all right. From that point on, we took it day by day, week by week, and when we were tempted to predict the future, we just stepped back and reminded ourselves that God would see us through whatever was coming ahead. Our entire goal was to do the best we could to raise Josh as we would raise any child of ours, and give him the best we could offer and the resources that would help him live a happy and comfortable life. At that turning point, the words that Joni spoke years later became our lifeblood. Faith isn't the ability to believe long and far into the misty future. It's simply taking God at His word faithfully and taking the next step. We learned to take that next step, faithfully leaning into God to guide us as we celebrated each milestone, late though they may have been. And we took that next step to listen to the advice of educators that I worked with that talked about the supports we could get through the local AEA. And we leaned into God and our family to help us raise Josh to be the man he is today. The future can be really scary, and there's so much we can't know. But with God's guidance, love, and support, and a lot of prayer, it's so much easier to believe in God's word and His promises and take that next step with Him by our sides day by day. Have a fantastic week.